I know you only use like a couple rooms.
How much space do we really need?
Help me out.
You took more to clean
No,
up,
just
more to
check.
get through.
More to keep clean, like you said.
Denaja,
Where's the comments?
please come down.
Now, you guys have to start.
It's all
Just
too
always
late.
like that. Just make sure the view is good. Like
Yeah,
that.
it's huge.
When you watch.
Someone says a comment, I'll put my hand up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have a microphone?
I love your new spot.
I should be
Low
able
voice.
to hear you. Make sure.
Back to that time, child.
They don't be acting like an old lady.
I am.
Like this.
I got them. I got them.
That's all it takes.
Okay.
And a nice little, setup.
She got that.
You know?
I don't know if they actually do. Okay. It's normally not my thing. Okay. I have wardrobe and I can't show you nothing.
That's a nice dress.
It is.
Thank you.
Showstopper.
He's the reason why I had to try to figure out something else. Like, hit the circle. This is the
Who?
button. Press OK.
Who's the reason why?
Right, I'm like, listen.
I love men. You sing.
It mean I'm a male. You blame the men.
Man, you're putting.
My boy Kevin.
Who said that? Up in here.
Listen, man.
Up in here.
You play this?
Just got here.
Where's she at? Naja, you gonna stand?
Naja, come here. Stand next to
Is
us,
she,
Lydia.
does she need this lower?
No, like I just said where you can see everybody.
It was just off. But for her, where's she at?
She's right there.
Connected to the IG. See, we gotta have a blood shot though. Don't make sure we shot y'all. We'll probably have y'all help come in a little bit next to the tag it. You gotta check, so you tell us, you should be able to see you. Say hey, I say hey.
Hey.
Nah, what's up, dude?
You
gotta keep, you see
I
that?
think
You
so.
gotta make sure you see the screen at least till we done.
This should last
I'm
me the
asking
whole show,
everything
right?
now. Where are you
You think it's
going?
gonna last me the whole
Hey,
show? Or I need
everybody,
to pour
I
up some
always.
more.
Somebody said yes.
Let's see. Yes, they can hear us. Mic test.
Hello?
Can you
Mic
guys
check.
hear us?
Mic
Hey,
check.
Mary. So that's who you watching.
No, I'm sitting
You watching
over.
all
Or show
these.
per you want to have two.
You watching the show to make sure we can see everybody, but you watching these.
Just
And if you need a comment,
Just sit
reply back.
here and
She's
there.
watching
Is that the
that.
show you saying this one?
Everybody has something to do, right?
Everybody has something to do. Naja, that's the remote, so when we do the, can you see everybody in the little? You good?
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for, hanging in with the delay. Atlanta traffic just be that. That's what blame it, huh? The traffic.
There was a bad accident on 20.
Milk. I can see that. I'm not sure. I'm just out of the malfunctions. So the good thing about it, you got Lydia, Naja, you good? Ashley's is on too, is because we live and it's impromptu. Like what you see is what you get.
That's right.
So a lot of times they gonna see all the hustle and bustle. Huh? Is it a question?
Yeah, she can say who are these men.
I'm about to introduce them. I got you on me. Let's get the joint. Hey,
No game.
listen, you know,
She put a smile on me.
yeah, she like, listen, that. She be like, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna kind of get started. Everybody's ready? Wanna open? So we'll do. You guys know Chaser or nothing? I know y'all grown men over there. So
It's fine, just like that.
glasses with the. Yeah, I'm a little girl. So I don't know about that. Won't put it in. And Naja, you gonna count down? Keep your head on the screen. Bamboo. Okay, I knew. Count down. So then she'll clap. She'll count us down. We clap. We'll introduce herself. Then we'll go around with you all, and then do the topic. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Good job. Welcome. Good evening. Thanks everyone for your patience, waiting on us. Love you guys. All the support, mad support. Love you. Tonight at the Two-Edged Sword, of course, you know I'm your host, La'Tanya Moore-Newsome, and to the left this time you have
Ashley.
and Ashley. Our special guest tonight. We actually have two. I know the women love when we be having all the male testosterone and going, especially when it be chocolate, right? That's why they don't care about the topic. They just care about who the guest is, what they look like. Whatever brings y'all, bring out. But to our right, we'll let each one of these gentlemen introduce themselves. So to my right, I have.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mcguire. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a dating coach.
Hey, Vaughn from Atlanta, Georgia, dating coach. So we should be able to put some people together, right?
Definitely.
Definitely. So tell them a little bit, other than you being a dating coach, because I'm sure women they don't like to tell their age, but they love to know the age of the men.
39.
39. I know they're going to say, what's your sign?
Sagittarius.
She's a Sag. Hey,
What's
look.
your
Look
sign?
at her. Look at her. Sag partner back there.
Brace is short and everything.
She was like, Team Sag. Okay, 39. Is it, Lord? We ain't gonna talk. That's gonna be another topic. Okay, thanks, Vaughn. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm 6 Mill. I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
Where's
and
great?
I'm just go ahead.
Decatur, where is greater?
Decatur, where's greater? And I'm a game spitter.
Okay, so
What is that?
Well, whatever you think that you know about a subject, I reverse your thinking on it and give you the information that you actually need.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, what's your age?
I'm 40 years old and I'm an Aries.
Oh, look, the one that asked. Did you hear that, Yashika? We got the emperor in here. See, Aries. Okay, so then we have two very eligible, attractive, intelligent men.
Pour it on.
She said fire in the house.
Fire, yes, baby, yes. But then that's where the water come and douse it out, like we do it. Absolutely. I can't wait till we in the network. Like, we're gonna have a whole plethora of men on the show for the ladies. Y'all gonna be on the stand. But yeah, definitely, I thank you guys, because I know y'all came from the opposite side, and I definitely, we super grateful, right, Ashley?
We like to say thank you for having us. Too.
Absolutely.
We're happy to be here.
Yeah. And then we're gonna be doing some things. So tonight's topic, actually, the men chose the topic for tonight. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. However, the topic is a man's options versus a woman's options. So the debate is, do men have more options than women, or do women have more options than the men? This is a conversation that is brought up time and time again. I have them with gentlemen. I have them with women. I've had it with the network. We talk about that a lot. So I had to call the network on and say, hey, guess what the topic is? And then we go in, because he's so believing that the men have more options. Okay, yeah.
She said y'all are missing the air element tonight.
Listen, we're gonna bring it in. You're the air element tonight. Right? We got earth, fire, water, and Lydia. I think she's a Libra or something. Gemini. There's another one she likes. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So the signs. That's why I need to get her on, because she does astrology and stuff, but she don't really want to get on the camera. That works with what we all do. So that definitely is an important part.
That's another topic.
Yes, that we will have y'all. You know about that topic too?
No.
Okay, so we're going to have you on so you can learn that. So with that being said, this is our debate. It's going to be a great debate, amazing. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to do a lot of listening this time. Naja, Lydia, can you give Naja the controller? So let's get into it. Which one you gentlemen say? So ask you what you want. You have a question or something?
I feel the
for
lady
you?
will have a question or would like to go first on the topic.
As far as the topic, I mean, I feel like women do have more options. Just because of the statistics, there are more women than there is men. So how can y'all have more options when we outweigh y'all just in general all around the world?
Well,
Go ahead. No.
you already answered that question. If it's more women to men, then it's not enough. So the men will have more options, actually.
Okay,
Since
that's
it's double
what
the
I'm
women.
asking. I need you to explain it to me because I understand it, but I don't understand it.
You said, well, your point was there's more women than men.
Yes.
Right. And if they actually want a man, then they're in competition for one. So that makes the man the prize that the women are seeking, which naturally makes them have more options.
Because the women are coming to them.
And there's more
Because
women.
it's
That's
more
just
women.
it's
Right.
more
That's
women.
the-
Okay, I got it.
analogy.
Okay.
So it's like scarcity. And then one thing I forgot to do the
Product
bamboo, right.
Product placement.
Bamboo Rum Company. I just took a sip. This is a black-owned company. So what I'll do each week, or at least a month, depending on how we drink, we do it. We're gearing towards more of the black-owned products that's in the package stores, liquor stores, because we do enjoy, being adults drinking. This is adult area, and again, it's Bumbu, B-U-M-B-U. This is the one we actually are all sipping on tonight, and then the way she pronounced it is not the way it was spelled, but the indigo is the Snoop. This is Snoop's bottle.
Okay.
So they have the
seen
sports shops that I seen it, and it's a strawberry flavored gin. Indigo, yeah, it was something like that. So she
That makes sense.
Indigo.
Indigo, because that's
Dog.
what that is.
I see indigo
It's the
because
strawberry
Nah.
flavor.
So they said it was pretty strong. She said it was pretty strong. It's gin. Most gins are strong. It's strawberry flavored, kind of mixed with something. But this bamboo
pretty
is
good.
absolutely right. Like it's smooth.
I like it.
It's super smooth. So big ups to the black owned company that's putting this on the shelf. I'll make sure in my area I'll go to the liquor stores that don't have it and request it like I do the tequilas. And then they put it on the shelf. However, my PR will be reaching out to you. Okay, so now let's get back to it. So we can say men. Y'all still
So the numbers have spoken for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
In reality, you should look at it like a pair of Jordans. It's a raffle ticket for a man, and women should wait in line for that man.
let me pull. Oh, okay.
It's not that many to go around. It's not that many to go around. And we only come around so often,
Oh,
and we collect this edition.
okay. What line you ladies standing in? What was the comment? I'm sorry, I know.
She just said men have more options because of the statistics. A man can have a woman in different boroughs, not statistics, but ratio.
Okay. Great
Well,
comment.
all of those answers my question. So.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to know?
You got 3 more. Oh, and he's spicy because he feel like he's the 2 percentile. He's like,
Why wouldn't I?
listen.
It's I feel like in this climate of women in this climate of uncertainty, a woman decides to look out for a man, to go for a man, that she should get what she wants in a man. And with that being said, no man is perfect, but the woman should go after the man. That man is hard to come by. The one that she actually wants.
That's what I'm hearing a lot from the men. The interesting parts. What is your take on it? You completely agree with what you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all have options. Men have options, women have options. If black women choose to date outside their race, they would have more options. Because everybody loves a black woman.
Absolutely. So and that's a really good point.
Okay.
Because then let's think of that. We do know we are now. I'm not going to take anything away from, absolutely never away from the black man. This is what this platform is about.
Right.
However, we're both in high demand when it comes to not only our race but all the other races. Like you said, they're going to choose. No matter what the other race is, you put a black man next to all the other races, they coming for you. Put a black woman next to all the other races, they coming for us. So, but then that would, do you think with us opening up that rainbow, would that mean that we would still have less options? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
Because if in the category of race, you'll still have to compete with what they like and what they're accustomed to. And I would say this: most men are reluctant to date outside the race.
You think? I disagree.
I do.
I
Women,
disagree.
I do. Especially non-black races. So I believe it's more hesitation coming from, I'll just use a Caucasian man to try to date a black woman because of the pressure that he might feel in today's society.
I agree.
I disagree. Because I see a lot, and I think, I'm not sure if Rachel Edmondson is watching. Nasha, keep your eyes on that. If Rachel, if you own, just kind of let us know, because I think you're watching from Facebook, from Florida. Let us know you own it, then Lydia will let me know. Because I want her to chime in on that. And the reason being is that she dates outside her race, and so does all her daughters. Right? They've married Caucasian men.
And with that being said, I still think you still have less options, especially even when you go into another race, because you still continue what was already in that race, the top percentile of women that was after that same man. So I don't think you'll jump ship and go to another race and get the same quality as man as you think you would.
I'm gonna say you don't have to convince Juan on that because right now, like, and it's not that I don't. Yeah,
We have
comment.
yeah. So
Okay.
I agree with that. Other race men are intimidated by black women and are scared to try to go after them.
So let's say if we go into the swirl community, because that's what they call it, swirl community, black and white, that is a heavily guarded area. So I've watched it, and the reason being is that I've noticed that is one, we opened this platform is mainly for our community because we're at the bottom of the totem pole, almost every pole, and especially when it comes to building our structure, our family, households, our legacies together. So again, what I would say, I'm not opposed to other races, like let's handle business, let's do our thing, etc. However, I stand firm on keeping my bloodline what it is. So the very essence of black men is what we breathe in. So I'm definitely, each his own. However, that's just not my thing. I would give me what society calls the worst black man, and I have them. We're gonna see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, cause our job is to cultivate, nourish, support, and be that helpmate for you all. So my household, all my daughters, this is exactly what we believe in. However, everybody has their own choices. They get to choose. Do I feel like we don't have options or more options? I think that's gonna really boil down to the per individual. My experience, and especially if we go married to post widow, I've always said it's not very. I don't see a shortage in men. I personally, I don't experience a shortage. You know what I mean? I haven't. Now, does that mean the shortage does exist? Absolutely not. Now, for a whole different type of woman, whole different, maybe lifestyle, culture, looks, however, she could very well say, I have some friends be like, oh, it's not enough men, or the men are not great quality or whatever. Then that's where I come in and say, hey, Take a look at yourself, because you won't attract what you want. You attract what you reflect. My reflection of the men that encounter me be men that are actually, we would be vibing on the same frequency. They're productive, they're sufficient, they stable. Majority of them are ready to, like, hey, this is what I want to do right here. So I can't say that I've had a horrible experience with black men since I've been widowed. Like, absolutely not. I'm actually like, who do I choose? You know what I mean? So when I hear we have less options, I'm like, because all I need is one. All you need is one.
That's true.
Unless we in that poly life. However, I don't see a shortage. But let's take, like me and Ron was saying, and actually y'all agree. He was giving a scenario of a young lady, friend of his, it's like 4'4". And she's like, well, I want a man, you can't be under 6'1". And or 6'5". It was like, he's like, hold on, like, how you're not even in a position to ask for, because like you said, right. That's one of the top, y'all in the top percentile. So how is you, the last thing you gonna pick is somebody 4'2", 4'4". He's like, he said, you don't even look good in pictures. Like, you know what I mean? But he was being blatantly honest. I would say that type of woman would probably be more so the woman, if me and her were sitting together, or me and her and actually sitting there, she's like, well, there's not enough men. Well, she has to compete with a woman of somebody else's stature, like you said, i.e. me. I'm gonna eat you alive. I know how to take care of a man. I'm stable. I'm submissive. That's the biggest thing. Not only am I mentally equipped, I know exactly what to do. Why I was in a long-term, successful, thriving marriage. However, we have you sitting there, you ain't been nobody's wife. You're really not the up to the standard. I'm barely making it at 5'5". You know what I mean? So that's average height for the average man right there. And here you are 4'2", 4'4". Like he was saying, like I can see her saying, I can see her having a hard time getting one of you gentlemen. You know what I mean? That would be, I would feel like that's when I say it's per individual, that it would be per that person's experience, where they at in their life. Because a man in the top 1-2 percentile, you're not going for that. You're gonna knock it off. You may or may not even do that. However, she's not gonna fit your standard because you have all these other options.
Most
you know what I mean? And I feel like it's the same thing with the men. And he's like, well, why? We have choices too. We have preferences. If I fall for you, I fall for you. But yeah, I have a height. There's a height, a preference. I ain't gonna say requirement. Requirement, preferences are two different things. So
how? You said you have options. So what are the options? Because one good option doesn't mean you have a whole bunch of that same option.
Who said they was one? Why would I speak on one option?
Whoa. I said one good option doesn't necessarily mean that all your options are the same.
They better not be the same. Because they're all different people.
Right, so but they should meet a threshold.
They meet a threshold. That's what it says. So if I'm saying, yeah, I don't agree with that because I know what my experience is. Right. And that's when I say, but then I've had women and I've talked to women that they see it completely different. It's going to be part of the individual. And what are you looking for in this man versus what another woman is looking for? And what are you bringing to the table? It's just like with me, like you said, there's a standard. I know what type of man I want. So there's going to be some men that just do not fit that criteria. Right. So they're not even considered options because you don't even fit that criteria. So yeah, those options are plentiful, especially when you only need one.
But that's for you. For
me, yeah, my options
are
plentiful.
So
I said per the individual. Did
right.
Ashley, you have problems getting the top 1 or 2%?
Not at all.
You have no problems at all.
I don't have no problems with collecting my options. I have a problem with keeping the options. Everybody, like we said, is not the same. So when I see that you're not aligned with what I'm trying to do, then I get turned off mentally quickly. So if you ain't trying to stimulate my mind or help me figure out the next business plan, not even the next business plan, just the next plan, next step forward for life, like, then you're not going to be considered as an option. Like when we go out, you see the same 5 dudes just trying to hit on you. But then you already know neither one of these 5 dudes is gonna even fit in your category. So you want to move
But
to
how
the
you
next.
know that already? If you haven't interacted with them. I'm just asking. I like to know this.
Sometimes the way you approach me, the way you have a conversation with me,
Okay.
you can tell a lot.
These conversations.
Yes, you can tell a lot. Like, let's see. I ain't saying you gotta be the smartest person, the most intelligent person, but at least when you're talking, be able to know what you're talking about, be able to recollect anything that you throw at me so I can be able to catch on to it and be like, okay, I see something in you. Even if it's just a friend. Even if we just kicking it, going out, situation, whatever. It ain't gotta be totally just for us to jump the broom and get married.
Okay.
I just want to know exactly where your mindset is because I like to talk. I'm an earth sign. So if we can't even have a conversation together, then I'm not even going to really consider you as an option, to be honest. But I might, keep you on the little side option, just like, because I don't like to be mean to people. So I don't like to, no, I'm not going to never. I will still speak to you. I will still hold a conversation with you, but it's just not going to be that long.
So would it be safe to say your options are not solely based on his height, his weight, his financial status, the top 1 to 2 percentile that
now
we're
I
talking
would take
about?
in consideration how he looks. I would take in consideration of how much money it is, but you already know me. I'm not really that type of person to go out your pockets. Like, if I can help you build it, then I'll help you build it. And if I can't, we're just gonna figure something out. But if you come, like, let me see how I'm gonna put it. Pretty much, like, I'm not gonna.
It's not based on
like, it's not
physical
based on physical all the
or-
time, but you
okay.
do have to be well put together. If I'm well put together, then I expect you to be well put together.
You should
If
compliment
I'm
one
right,
another.
compliment
Okay.
one another.
So, you said side option. How would you two determine that men are looking at y'all as side options?
First of all, I don't know what the side option is, and I didn't say that. So
No, but
Yeah.
there's two women here.
They do.
There's two women
okay.
here,
They do.
and
what is it? Okay.
because
What your question would be?
how do y'all know that y'all not the macaroni and cheese?
And I make that very well, so I would probably be okay with being macaroni and cheese. Some of my macaroni and cheese be killing the meat. They don't even eat. They only eat the sides. So hey, I'm just saying.
I mean, it is homemade.
There's vegans.
That's an option.
Okay.
Let the men answer because they clearly have a lot of
a
time.
meal usually consists of 3 things with a dessert. And the main course, my favorite would be steak. So what if the options y'all think y'all have and they're looking at y'all like sides or maybe the bread or the dessert?
So I mean, I guess we.
Would you know?
We both.
Would you know what
You
they,
gonna-
if it was in your
You
house?
know. We know.
How so?
We know. Because everything, actions always supersede words. So trust me, we know. That's why y'all ass always get caught.
I'm right.
Because we
So-
know.
That's why I say they.
Y'all
What
move
if
way
the steaks
different.
is
Okay,
what if, go ahead.
No doubt, she blessed said, hopefully all the options have differences that might meet the criteria.
Right.
what was the first part of that? Speak up.
Hopefully all the options have differences that might meet the criteria.
Right.
All the options do. I mean, they would have differences because again, we all different individuals. You all could have, say you got 3 women. You got 3 women. All 3 of these women may meet a lot of your requirements, and all 3 of them could very well meet all your requirements. However, each 3 of them are going to bring a different energy because they're 3 completely different women.
That's very true.
It's not that the other 2 are insufficient. It's just the one that's for you is for you. And I'm big on like, I could have however X amount of options. However, an option is just that. You get to choose. Everybody ain't gonna win. It's gonna be the one that I'm connecting with the most. The one that's it's gonna be reciprocated. And that's the answer to how do you understand if you're a side or not. Most of the time you like steak. The first thing you do is what? You pick up the steak knife, you get the fork, you get the cutting in, you like, yeah, I see the marble. You're gonna taste the steak first. Then you get to your sides. I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
In the beginning. So what if the steak is cold? We got the steak to the side. Now I can focus on you.
You
And
should
you
be-
decide.
You should be eating all your meals like equally,
No.
like balance. I'm
No.
all for balance. You unbalanced.
No.
Just
I'm
like
just
unbalanced.
asking. I'm just
'Cause
saying what I'm
this
just
is
saying
why.
that could be true.
Okay, so your
I'm just giving you a
preference,
scenario.
yo,
I'm not saying me.
in general, because you gave the steak analogy, your like or your preference is steak. So when you go in a restaurant, the main thing you're looking for, you go in a steakhouse, is which steak am I gonna pick?
Right.
Your second option is what am I gonna have with my steak? So why you would want the steak and go in a steakhouse, but then eat it last or throw it to the back burner and let it get cold
Let's save it for later.
is a question. So then technically, that steak is not really your main preference.
I have
It
a
is.
question from
It
D, from KD.
Uh-huh.
She says a woman can tell when they're just an option,
Absolutely.
not the main course.
Absolutely.
Their actions will tell you
Absolutely.
who you are to him.
Again, so like you said the steak analogy, but you set the steak to the side. You think she don't know she on the back burner? That's what you call it. Like
Yeah.
that's what reciprocity is. That's how I'm gonna know, because he's gonna make moves to show me, even if there are other women. And this is the thing about confident people. I don't care about other options.
Exactly.
I don't care about that. Like, did you have fun? Really? Did
I'm
you?
the same way.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what's for me is for me.
Honey.
And I'm gonna give you that same. I'm not gonna match your energy, because if you vibrate lower than me, I'm not going to that level. But I will give you the same thing. That's what reciprocity is. If I have a gentleman over here and he called every couple of days or something, and you can't get to him at night, and he calling when he's at work, y'all have a pattern. And one thing women do is we follow the pattern. If we get in a maze, we damn sure getting out of before y'all. Especially if we didn't look at the blueprint. We're able to retain it, and we will get out of that maze before you all will. We dissect y'all. Y'all have no idea. We know what you smell like. We know when you're having a good day, a bad day, if we need to shut the heck up, if we need to give some head, if we need to roll. Oh, we know all of
I
that.
hope a lot of women are listening to
They
that.
did, and this is why we
You said
exist.
some good points.
They should know.
You said a lot of niggas in there, girl. You said some niggas. I hope they listen.
I hope they are too, because we gonna listen. When we get through, the whole thing is what I have an issue with us is the disconnect. And then another thing people understand, they're like, oh, men don't understand women, and men be like,
So men don't care to understand y'all.
see, and it's okay, and y'all will understand in a different way. So what people need to understand is we're not supposed to be like this.
No.
We're supposed to be like this. We're supposed to fit. You can't have 2+ pieces of a puzzle and it be the same exact cut. You'll never connect. These pieces of the puzzle are different so that they can connect. We are different because we're supposed to be. There's elements of you as a man that I need, and there's elements as a woman myself that you need. You can get up every day. You can go to work. You can dress yourself. You can clean. You do the laundry. You can do all that. I can get up every day, dress myself, hood clean, and be all right. And people are like, I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. That's absolutely absurd. The whole part of creation was for us to come together and then multiply. You not multiplying on your own. So how you gonna sit there and tell me you don't need me? I'm laughing. I don't multiply on my own. How am I gonna tell you I don't need you? That's insane.
Somebody said right there, comment yes.
Right, like it's insane. Before we get too deep, Naja want to play a clip because we're talking about the verses, and with this show, you just know there's always things that before you leave the show, the watchers and the guests and all of us that we're learning,
right.
And we need to take these things week after week, learning every week something new about
And
men,
again,
something.
you see,
Something new about a man, something new about a woman. So now we have the men saying that the men have more options, right? I found this entertaining.
Still true.
Kevin Samuels is going to, from another man's perspective. I didn't want to rebuttal. Again, I'm gonna give my opinion. However, we're definitely big on being respectable to the male. So I don't have to say these things. I'm gonna let another man say these things, and then we'll come back and see where we at. I think we'll stop in like 10 minutes or so. I'll tell you. You can go ahead. Let's watch
that
this
men
clip.
would not make a lot. Okay, then why? Let's play it the other way. then why would men, if women were offering men in mass in general, what they wanted, why would these men choose to remain single?
I think greed. I really do. I think greed. I think, I can get something from her, but let me see what she has to offer. Let me see if it's just a little bit better.
See, guys, what you're doing is, see, women think because everybody will fuck them, they think men have a free sexual option. How does the average man have greed in the sexual marketplace? You know how hard it is for most guys to get laid? 30%. Excuse me.
Oh, these are super rude.
30% of men, 30 or under, report not having sex.
I don't agree with that.
30% of men under 30 are virgins. But you can have somebody like Gabrielle Silbeck, and what do women say? Somebody will fuck her because somebody will. Women think there's something called attraction symmetry. They think just because they can go out and offer their vagina to the market, they know somebody will take it. If I walk out and offer my penis to the market, somebody will. But will as many people, how about this? You go in a room of 100 men and say, I'm clean, I got no diseases, I just want to hook up one night stand, no string, no attachments. Out of 100 men, how many think are going to smash?
If we got 30% of virgins, then
No, you mixing things.
But you see what he's saying? He's taking the 30% out.
Put your 100 men in a room, 100 men,
Remember that.
30% virgin, just 100 men. How many gonna smash?
I don't know, Mr. Sam.
Really? Just give me a number. Heterosexual men, no, you want to have sex? You clean? How many men you think smash?
Maybe 80.
All right, and if I put 100 women in a room with the same kind of man, average man, how many women you think gon' fuck?
Maybe 60.
No, what's your
Guys, that's the problem. They think, excuse me, look in the comment section. I understand, man, when it's over. Women think it is easy for men to get sex. They think it's just as easy for men to get sex as it is for them. Because women only think about, when they talk about the sexual marketplace, you talk about the men you're interested in, not 100% of men. If 60% of men were out here, anyway, so no, that number's high. I would say closer to the best pickup artists. The best pickup artists, the guys who have all the game, who study this stuff, report a 10% close rate. 10. And these are the guys who are game masters.
Okay.
So you're saying that if you offered men an opportunity women were offering me what they wanted, and they didn't have to be in the game anymore. You're saying they would stay in the game because of greed, implying they could get more.
Yes, sir.
They don't get it. No, ma'am. I just told you that makes no sense.
It makes plenty of sense.
It doesn't make any sense. How can guys, if 30% of men aren't having sex,
Now he brought the 30% back in the equation. You can't do
why would they stay in the market if they were getting what they want from a woman?
To gain more.
More of what? What are they already getting if they're virgins?
Why is we talking about virgins?
He's trying to confuse.
He's trying to confuse.
We're
He's
not
being confused.
No.
And then he played her.
No, we're going to talk about this. Yes, we are, because they are part of
You see what? Yeah, he
You see, that's
played
the
her.
point. This is so foreign of a concept. No offense.
So now he made her
I really mean no
she was
offense.
illiterate.
But your mind can't
Understand.
wrap your head
She
around
was
the
completely
concept. It doesn't even compute with you. It's like, well, I don't want to talk about that because that's so far outside of my life. And all the men are like,
No.
what are you talking about? That's the real world.
Well,
Okay.
You went from 100 to not 100 to 30% to not 30%.
You can't get rid of the 30. That's there. So if 100% of men are out there, 30% under the age of 30 aren't having sex. If you gave men what they wanted, which is just a fifth amendment from the cooperative, submissive, childless opinion, women were saying, okay, the majority of us are that.
The majority.
You say men would say, instead of taking you and going off and having consistent sex in a relationship, I would rather stay out here dating, spending my money, time, and opportunity for the possibility of sex. The possibility.
We know all men are not spending their money on women to have
Yeah,
sex.
I don't really give a shit about the money aspect. See, you lost. No. But the thing is, I'm not trying to be funny. That's not the point. The point is a bigger point. The point is you have just demonstrated why there's such a disconnect. You ladies have no idea what it's like to be a man. You are so disconnected from us because all your life is spent around talking to women and listening to their stories and everything else. And when I tell you about what's going on with men, you still think that, well, that's like this. Okay, change it from men to women. You're hungry, right? You ever been to a restaurant?
We can cut him, please.
And there was the wait.
Thank you, Kevin Samuels.
Somebody said he's been divorced twice.
Absolutely. He's a single
father.
father. We can get on that in topics all day. However, the point of that is to show how per individually we are. Like he's thinking, he's getting that based on. He said something about like black statistics, some website, etc. However, with his own twist. So what he's basically saying is, no, us men do not have the options that women think we have. I don't agree with that because of what the dialogue is we're having now and why this conversations came up. So if you know, like you guys come in, we 6 feet taller, we got decent jobs, we look good, we smell good, sex is on point, and we have, the ratio is 4-to-1. We can choose whoever we want. We don't need to settle down right now. You know what? We might miss a little something. That is definitely a lot of the thinking. That's what we came in saying because you all know y'all have these options. So that's what she was saying. However, Kevin is saying, you women are tripping. This is why y'all don't understand us at all. 1% close rate with the top notch. This is what they study, Casanovas. Come on now, players. 1% close rate.
You said 10%.
10% close rate. Still very low. Still hella low compared to the dialogue we're having now with two amazing gentlemen that said, "Hey, we got options." And I feel like yes, I have these options. If I was a man, I have the options I have is because I'm one of that. The numbers. If you're over. Not to be throwing numbers out there, but the average woman, I'm saying a black woman is making $45,000 to $50,000 a year. She's average. Everybody 50,000 below is average and below. Everybody 70, 90,000 up, you in that top 9%. The top freaking 9%. So because I'm not that average or below,
you don't get the same. You're higher.
My options, the options different. You know what I mean? Right. So it's the same for both of us. It's the difference is you the man and you the head and I'm the woman and I'm subservient. That's the only real difference. We all have options based on where we at in our lives and our, our criteria. I don't feel like if we got in a room of just men and women and all four of us was in there, we're all four pretty much on a level playing field. We got an equal amount of men and women and we say, hey, let's see who can get the most numbers. We all four are gonna do good. We're gonna do well. Is everybody gonna get the same amount? Sometimes they do. I mean, women, we've done that before as women. Have y'all? I'm sure y'all maybe we didn't collect the numbers. See how many numbers they do. I didn't see dudes that come out and do it. I'm just saying, general. We've all done it before at a dance or something, or whatever. So again, it's per individual. There's not a shortage. I don't see a shortage of men. Yes, y'all have numbers. However, like I had two aunties. They had what, 10 boys, out of 14 kids, 12 of them was men.
Wow.
11 was men.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you have somebody like me and my cousin Keisha. Keisha had 5, I had 6. She had 1 boy, I had 1 boy. So I done gave birth to 5 daughters. She done gave birth to 4 daughters. And we both had just 1 son. But then the other ones I haven't. My grandparents that had those kids had all girls, 6 girls. But then, so, you know, we kind of, if we balance out, if we got down to it, I feel like a lot of this, not to say the numbers are correct, but a lot of times, a lot of things are like super fluffed. And I feel like that is definitely one of them. And that's just, I mean, again, that's my opinion. And then we can see how everybody's opinion is just that. However, I only need 1. I mean, I'm deleting people. I don't even know what, like, I don't have the, you know, I don't need all the people in my energy. And again, I'm going to know if I'm a side, if I'm the main course, or I'm dessert. And to be honest, the top 9%, I'm the whole damn plate, the drink, and the after.
That's a lot.
I'm going to say it. Like,
that's a big responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility that I've held up to for 16 and a half years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the track record, that's another thing, the quality of men. So men that come after me, you already know, I'm going to make it clear. I ain't saying we get married tomorrow, next month, or any of that. But this is my track record. No, I ain't been divorced 8 times or 2 or 3. I've never been divorced. Till death do us part is exactly what we're doing. So I make my choices so strategically that I've never been divorced. I hate to hear when people get divorced. You know what I mean? Because it's like, did you work on it? What did you do? What? 12 years? Man, y'all out y'all rabbit ass. Man. Like, it's 12 years of your life you can't get back. But what was it that y'all was doing that y'all didn't even grow together? That you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't merge. Because after so long, if you have something sitting, prime example, the floor over, the housekeeper comes, and clearly when she lays the rug back down, the floor is probably a little damp. So the rubber, when I came down here, they pulled up the rug to move the furniture. I'm like, what's that? I could see where the bottom of the rubber part now has adhered to the floor. Because we already down there. It's been like that. She come every 2 weeks, and now it's adhered to the floor. So at what point do you not merge together, grow together, and become one? That's the whole purpose of the union. Unless you just out here willy-nilly, you know what I mean? I don't know.
What about after 25 years?
Right. We got stuff like you just, I mean, it's there. And this is what we need to get back to. So what I see a lot of, we get in the men are blaming the women are blaming the men, and the men are saying, oh, the women date outside the race. So we saying the same thing. When we see our pro basketball players that we love and football players, every time you get on the news, be like, who the fuck is Amy? Where was Amy at when I had to pay for them tickets at high school and college, and he didn't have, you know what I mean? Where was she at when I bought his football cleats? And we see that had been our argument the whole time. But then what we have to do is stop allowing other cultures to make us look bad amongst each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, here you are, the black woman, you know it's going to be difficult with a black woman, but white men come after me so hard, I'd be like, yeah, if you only knew. Like, there's nothing, and there's nothing wrong. You in charge, there's nothing, my preference again. You know me. I know you. This is our culture. We know one another. I don't have time to be teaching another culture about me that he's on Google when I'm not at home trying to figure out how to take care of a black woman, or why is she looking like this, or what I need to look out for as they do it. They don't have a choice. Because it's not organic. We wasn't organically made to procreate like that with one another. So get along and us be together, yes. But to learn one another is something that should be organic. Right. Should be organic. But what is it? Let's see, I heard too much from you. What's your thoughts?
On what exactly?
On all of this. What is it? So you still agreeing that, man, let's say what Kevin said, Mr. Samuel said.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, everybody got options. Even the ugliest, fattest person on this earth got options.
Wow, true.
Yeah.
It may not be a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true. One is...
There's somebody for everybody.
That's true. But it's multiple.
What?
I mean...
The women and the men and the what do you say? Basically, the ratio of the women wanting to sleep with the men and all that. Like everybody sleeps with everybody, and pretty much, and you can't really put them in there because they 30 and under. Everybody else.
That was
30
another
and up.
thing. Like,
So everybody's casually
that.
dating or trying to date to get married. So. I mean, even if you're not in a steady relationship, everybody.
I feel like, and I think what she's getting to is a point like we all have all these options. The dating sector alone is completely different. It's hella unorganic. When you get online, and it has its pros and its cons.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It
Just
does.
like anything else in the universe, balance. However, if we go back, and I know. Fortunately, you guys, well, you'll look, yeah, we all right. We kind of close. However, if you go back, and it used to be you walk into the store, you went to the grocery store, and a man see you, and he's attracted physically. We know everything is physical first. Period. So when people try to say there's no physical, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Fake.
You know, you're gonna marry somebody based on attraction, not solely, but that's daggone sure a part of it.
Big pie.
I need to look. If I'm looking you in your eyes, I'm on top of you. You're on top of me. You better be looking like something. We ain't great. Yeah, we're not doing the Beauty and the Beast type thing, but
It can work.
with the bag.
It can
That's
work.
why they be like, just put a paper bag on her face and hit her from now. Like, no, the attraction. I know that's what they used to
We
say.
is not doing that.
We're not doing
I
that.
can't even get on top of you if I'm not attracted to you in the face.
It's like,
so
that's
I
again,
can
that's
still
a
be
huge
your
part
friend,
of it.
But it's just like if you not attracted to me, you're not gonna just. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know because
Dudes,
this
though.
a dude. Yeah. So
They be like, baby, I like
so-
it from behind.
so-
Just so they ain't gotta look at
But
you. You know y'all do
for a fact.
a booty big. I heard that a lot of times, girl. She ugly in the mud, dog, but her booty big.
That's all that
They got
matters.
them
I was
too.
like, thank God I'm looking like a little something. You wanna look at me? I'm looking first. But I mean, listen, we have too many options in general.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
But
let's
this was a versus, so it should be a winner in the versus.
I mean,
And I still stick to the guns of men.
and I still say the women have just as many options. Okay, so
She started in the beginning. It's just more women. It's just statistics. So if it's more women, you should assume that a man has at least twice as much.
okay, so
That's just realistic.
I mean, he did
It's the
change my mind
statistics.
because, like we said,
It's more.
there's
That's
women
just
than
fact.
first of all,
men.
you have it.
So he got 4-5 options to choose for the
How
week.
many options
He
you got?
got 4-5 options to choose for the
So
week.
let's say
because
your 10, I should have 20.
How many
And that's
options?
just going
Yeah.
off the numbers.
and
she
then
spent.
technically it's
That's just a number.
okay. So then
It's
there's
just a
men
numbers
that
game.
say,
Women lie, men lie. Numbers
let's
don't.
see. Hey, listen. Remember I asked you about your online account, right?
Right.
So how many options do you have right now?
None.
What do you mean none? You better be about to get married or chose one or something.
No. It's not. I feel like approaching women organically is a better option.
I mean,
That's just
you know,
realistic.
it could be definitely. I would personally prefer it. However, realistically, if evolution has to happen. What?
Are you saying like outside of the internet?
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
that don't work.
Yeah, I don't
And
like
it's
the
scary
internet
to me.
Oh Lord.
Right.
Outside
You
of
can
that,
be anybody behind that
you
mouse
and
keyboard.
you
And then right.
my
I
sister
see you
got
now. I can physically see you. I know it's you.
I'm me anyway.
My
You
eyes-
see my
I
profile.
can't see that good, but
That's
my
me.
eyes want to see me up close, so I know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, I
I'm
want
always
to get you
what you
out
see,
the
what you
street.
get.
I'm not
So,
really a big
real-
internet person.
So let's go back to this. Okay, good. And you can chime in at any time. But he said, okay, your options. No, I don't have any options online right now because clearly it has not worked out
Don't work.
for you, right?
It don't work.
Now, but you have more option than let's say me. I'm always using myself as example, hypothetically, right? Dating's not working out for you. You probably had 20, 30, let's say you had 50 women.
100.
100,
Let's go
good
on.
number.
Let's boost me up.
100, right?
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Keep it up.
realistically,
Will Chamberlain. Go.
whatever. Let's say you had 100 options in there. Out of those 100, None of them women had substance and stood up to your requirements, your
I never
requests,
said
your
that.
obligation. Because
never
now
said that.
you said it didn't work, right? It's not
I
working
never
out.
said it did, but that's for different various reasons.
I mean,
But that's not. I didn't say that they didn't meet the threshold.
I said work out.
But just because you meet my threshold don't mean it's gonna work out.
Right, it doesn't. However,
Well, you better be ready.
it didn't work for you with that method, right? So,
But it hasn't worked on the
other end
organic.
either,
Yeah,
right?
so
Right.
it's the same. So they shooting both.
I'm glad I'm not the only person on that
Yeah,
side of the block.
anyway.
Cause I get looked at like I'm crazy when I say stuff like that. Like there's nothing wrong with me. I was raised with some sense, but like you said, it don't work out dating online, and it don't work out trying to find somebody on the street. Some people are just. It doesn't matter how good you look. It doesn't matter what you look, right?
You're not gonna say
It doesn't matter how good you look, what you gotta know is sometimes people just don't
Match.
Well, you got a
like, it
question?
ain't even the
Okay.
match.
What
Like
is-
it just if you meet somebody, generally you just hit it off right then and there. But sometimes a lot of us can't just go out and then everybody just all in our face on our numbers. We would like that, but it just don't happen like that. And other people attract 99 people and get numbers and all this and that. But that's just the way it is. Like, I never understood it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to get away from it. But that's just the way it is. It is what it is sometimes.
It's, I don't know.
Why?
Because
Because it's easy for you?
Right.
I mean, I don't even, what's easy for me?
That's
Like,
all you've been saying. This
I'm
whole
saying,
time.
like,
Well,
I didn't say it was
for
easy.
you.
So,
As far as going out, it doesn't matter if you're looking for anybody or not. When you step out, do men holler at you every time you step out or not?
I'm going to disagree.
Good
Not
don't.
every time. Not every
Not every day.
Not every
Not
time.
every
I don't
time,
believe
but
And I tell you this,
and
they
even
don't
when you
be.
Busting up the
online. No, I'm just saying, like even online,
Busting up
like
the seams.
her and my other siblings, they get hits. Me, I do. We all look alike. We all got money. We all got nice clothes. I just don't hit on the dating sites. Plus, I am terrified of
That's
dating
another
sites.
reason why. Right, that's
Because
why. Okay,
I just-
what is it? I'm sorry.
Comment says, I believe how one carries themselves can determine how many options one has as well."
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Comment.
Very,
Yeah.
very good.
So that on top of, because as she's like, this is why people do not. I'm telling you, I cannot stress this enough. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you reflect. If I want a man of a certain caliber, you're gonna use that word, I have to be that certain caliber. Remember how life you sell me song, you can't be you can't be like 5 looking for a 10 or something. Like basically you need to match what you want. You can't be like, oh yeah,
That don't make
yeah,
it
but
mean
something
to
like
me,
that.
it does not make it that
Now,
you gonna find your person.
where that comes from is the energy, like dispute, like no, everybody
When
wants
you
to
see
act
what
like
type of energy I be having,
all
and
the
you
time.
See what we do when we
in
go.
your mind. I'm listening to both of y'all say, "Oh, it don't work online. It don't work organically. The shit just don't work,
It doesn't.
Tanya." And it does.
Right.
Like y'all both
I don't
very
think they get
eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. You agree?
And because
you
people-
agree, right?
And this
So
2020, they
What's your
don't
problem?
want relationships. They
The
don't
men,
want
you
they
see-
don't
you heard
want
that,
a
right?
husband.
Now I can hear what you say.
A lot of them don't want to be in a relationship. They want to
Okay.
casually date. And when they see a woman is starting to feel them, I'm like, oh, like he could possibly be a potential, they start running. It doesn't matter that I have a big house and all of that.
That never
It
matters.
doesn't.
It
never matters.
It
And you see,
don't matter.
I don't even fool with just know anybody. And then once I do get connected to you and you show me something that I didn't meet, you know what I'm saying, like a different side of you that I didn't meet, I don't even deal with that. I will walk, I'm sorry, I will walk straight off. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna be like, you doing this, you doing that, you need to change this about yourself. Because as you get older, you already know that. Unless you need some help trying to find that way to change yourself for the better and not just trying to do it so you can stay for the long ride, then yeah, but a lot, especially you already know. my age, they do not want
In the
anything but sex. Anything but sex. I went celibate and everything, and you still can't find
So
a
you in your
man
30s,
that's,
Rolly. What are you looking
that's
for?
even willing to
in your
even work
30s?
with you.
You might as well say I'm 40.
I mean, but you're not. But okay.
You might as well.
He said I'm 40.
He's 30.
He's 39.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, he's 40. So
He's
go.
He's almost 40. So
Okay.
both at 31, 39.
That's a big
Yeah.
difference.
So
That's
at
my
this,
year.
He's
like,
finna turn 40, so
so-
his mindset is
I
not
mean,
even
most of the 40-year-olds is
30
doing the same
year-olds.
thing.
It might be 25, might be 40, it might be 25.
I say like,
Okay.
what age dudes are you dating? Are you dating
Right.
older men or younger men?
I don't like younger men, and I
So you
don't
date older men?
I don't really date older men. They have to be within the sector of within the 10 years of my age.
And they
So-
don't want relationships with you?
No.
Did you ask them why they don't want it?
No.
Once I do, I will not hear from
You can't know
them.
the answer.
I'm a very open person, and I will tell you all of this stuff up front.
Don't tell him too much.
And I mean, right. My granny always taught me that. But what I'm saying is, I will give you enough to know what type of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, even when I first moved down here, kicking it, going out, doing all this, have a whole freaking family that you've been with since you was 17. How you do that? And you're up under me.
Restart.
And she's pregnant. Like stuff like that.
58
Like
minutes.
even I had more.
Minutes.
Before I moved to Georgia, I had honestly more options in Kentucky.
Okay.
Did
I
you-
got a
did-
comment.
I had
Just
more
tell me what
options.
you said. Hold on,
I
you got-
grew up there. Everybody knew.
Wait a minute, because we're gonna have to restart the IG. Somebody has a comment though, and she's gonna restart it because they time you.
She said, we have to remember men go through things with women that traumatizes them as well, so
Ab-
they keep away from relationships.
Absolutely, that was one thing. Tell them, you guys, we about to just click back in. We about to restart it because IG has it timed
I
down.
don't even think that a lot of it has to do
You
with
do it real quick.
somebody hurting them. It's just the way.
And that's
The
the
way
thing.
people move.
So we
The
have
way
to
character.
open up. We have to
So young
understand.
and
So this is a
I'll be
thing.
glad when they get over it.
No, this is a thing because again, I'm gonna sound repetitive, but we have to. I'm big on what accountability, and we attract what we reflect. We don't set boundaries. A lot of people don't set boundaries, and that's why I'm big on once we get to a certain stage of our situation, us communicating, seeing each other, and the actions between that, at some point we need to have a conversation. And it's really up to the man to initiate that because you guys dictate the relationship. We control sex,
Yes.
y'all control the commitment or lack thereof.
So what is the accountability that I'm not taking?
So
or I'm
this is
reflecting
one
on
thing. Like,
because-
let's say for instance, with your dad, I wasn't all, and I ain't gonna lie, because I was the one was like, oh, first I was like, oh, that's my husband right there. First of all, I called it, I knew that, and then after it's like, I didn't have expectations. My expectation, honestly, was to sleep with him, and that was it. And he knows. I know that was that. That's all I could have went on at first was a physical attraction. We hadn't had a conversation or anything. So if I'm being 100% transparent, like I have, because women do that too. Men think that first of all, when we sleep together, oh, yeah, I hit that. Well, we be like, girl,
Right. I wasn't.
yeah, I laid him out last night. Like this is the thing. We do the same thing, just in different ways. And women are expected to, we expected to take a lot of the heat for that. When I have reproductive organs just as well as y'all do, y'all have them just as well as us. These are natural wants. That was that initially was a thing. Like I wasn't expecting anything. However, once the connection happened, and why you have to be careful when you sleep with one another, like we just hit it off. Everything, it was there. We had been together for 16 years since the night we met. That's as organic as, really as you can get these days.
You got lucky. Like
I mean, with love, it was divinely
It's
in
more
place. It
women
wasn't
who is
love.
out here that's loose, that's getting married and engaged to than it is women who's actually.
But what
sitting
type
at
of men?
home That's
Preach.
the man is marrying them.
Yeah, but what type of men are they? What was their connection? So this is the thing, I say, I can't I can't be a fly on the wall and dictate somebody else's. Why you decided to marry the hoe instead of the housewife type shit.
It's about how you reflect on something. I'm not going out here and thinking that every man's supposed to be my husband. I'm going out here thinking I could just literally find somebody genuine enough to come watch a damn movie and not get bored. Like, I'm not, like,
that's not.
You ain't going that far. Right, just move.
Not no more. I ain't going that far because I don't have that kind of time because everybody's playing with my time. So everybody look at me, oh, you not dating, you celibate, you this, you that. Because even though I'm only 31, I've been around the block enough to see how men move. So even when I meet men in suits, in bow ties and all that, like, I be like, how the hell is you moving and grooving like this? But your appearance don't say that you moving and grooving like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to physically go out here and attract men that just don't want to start nothing. Or, I don't know. I done gave up on it pretty much at this point. Because it's nerve-wracking and I'd rather just stay single.
That's the problem. That's your problem.
That's not the problem.
Listen.
Until I'm not
you what's the problem? We both relationship coaches. What's the problem?
Female. So I'm not getting ready to keep on.
Let's start with the basics, all right?
Have
you met a man in church before?
I ain't stepped foot in a church in over 12 years.
So, are you a spiritual woman or a religious woman?
I would say both, but more into spirituality.
So, you do want a man that's going to take the lead with your spirituality?
Yes, but a lot of men that's my age, when they see that I'm into spirituality, I'm a witch. They know that I'm so intuitive that when they start messing up, they won't even come around without me even being able to even address what I'm feeling or what I thought I saw or anything. Like, people play a lot of games. You can't even get a man to even sit. Okay, so you know how you be like, I gotta talk. Now, once you say that, it's a wrap. Once you be like, we gotta sit down, we need to figure out what page we on, whatever. I would tell a man up front, consistency is big for me. Communication is big for me. If you cannot be consistent, let me know that you no longer want to be consistent. Let me know that you no longer want to move like this. Especially if I'm coming over your house and you coming over my house in 2-3 weeks. I don't even let nobody around my kids. So if I'm getting comfortable enough to let you come in, hang up TVs, do this, take out the trash and all that, then give me the benefit of the doubt to even let me know that you don't want to move like that no more. And you know me, I will talk to you for 4, 5, 6 months, 3 months, 2 months before I even give you any. So that's not even the option for me.
Right.
Like, I don't even just...
So you let them know off the rip.
I got married and I did it the first night.
I'm not saying I've never had a one night stand. I'm just saying I'm just not
individual
that person that would just
when you got married.
Me and Derek slept together the first night.
That boss was cutting up.
That
boss changed his mind.
It's the motion in the ocean with the water sign. He wasn't trying to go nowhere.
Okay.
But however, this is why we could debate the whole time, all night. Like, it's gonna be per individual.
Right.
You know what I mean? And who you encountering at that time. Is this? You don't like what I said. I'm just saying. Like,
so you gotta make sure you're not unevenly yoked.
Right.
Okay, that's the key right there. Make sure y'all have the same things in common. Y'all on the same page. Cause you let them know off the rip you're not having sex, right? You tell them that. Do you tell them that?
It depends on who it is.
Okay, so some people you string along and don't tell.
Right.
some people
Yeah. Well,
some people she giving it to.
But she likes a lot.
Okay, so you pick and choose who you want to tell.
One person at a time, and if you turn me off, that's it. I won't even have sex for months. So just because I can't, like, physically I can't.
Plus your body's very secret to you. Don't
Yeah,
want to
like,
have sex like
So let's start off with you meeting
Still not
guys
back on?
in different environments. You know, like, what are some of your hobbies that you like to do?
I like music, drawing, reading.
somebody that agree with you, Ashley, and they see your frustration and she understands what you're going through.
Listen, Everybody gonna get a man. That's what state is she in? I'm coming to a southeast state near y'all. We setting up a whole dating profile. Right. What state is she in? Who's that? Is that Kentucky, Georgia,
I was
Florida?
in this thing. This is a guy. I
Yeah.
think
What's the name?
Mcguire or something like that.
Rondell, what state you in? Rondell, what state you in?
Rondell?
Rondell.
Oh yeah, shout out Rondell.
Rondell.
Shout out Rondell.
Shout out Rondell.
Rondell from Georgia.
Yeah. He in Georgia. He in LA.
Rondell.
Here in Toledo. Oh,
So Rondell, is he Rondell, you single? And what's your age?
oh, Georgia. He says Georgia. Yeah.
What's your age, Rondell?
Don't do it, cause she likes to set people up.
That's your plan. I told you.
I just want
It's
one.
like that.
Just one.
Rondell, how old are
If
you?
you
Are
don't
you,
need it, the kids
and ask, are you single? So
If my nephew get got killed, you would have been a good man.
he would have made everybody made a good man. Listen, she's
Oh, he's 46. She's too old for
Oh yeah, we're not doing that.
my niece.
Mommy's 46 this month. Okay, we're not doing that.
Oh, he said, I have a girlfriend.
That's
Okay,
another
great.
problem I have.
That's
That's another problem I have, especially when we go
He said he
out.
has a
That's another
girlfriend.
problem.
Okay.
That's the whole.
Make sure you
all
know when
these
you're going
different
right now.
topics. We're not gonna.
What you guys say? What?
Nothing.
Say it. Say it.
No,
Say it. Because
next time.
I have a strategy. I have a really good purpose for that.
No, I have nothing to say.
You do. You're on the
Show
platform.
No.
You're my guest.
No, I was
You
just.
feel free. I need you to feel free. Say what you need
It
to
was
say.
just the way you
not
just
personal.
said that. No, it wasn't personal. It was just.
No, I said it's not personal.
Yeah, it's not. About no, you're
Say
not
it.
doing that.
Yeah, I said we're not doing that. I did.
Okay.
And then
But
so what
a
is
lot
your
more older men
No,
are
so
attracted to me
listen.
than my age.
So he has
Of course.
because he has
All
a
the
feeling for
time.
You're
that.
tender to them.
Right. So you have a purpose to say. So you disagree with that.
I can't disagree with
You
what
can't
are.
disagree. You're a person.
No.
It's your
No,
right to
I don't
agree
even know
or
what you
disagree.
mean by that.
I meant he's too
He's
old.
46 and he's her age. And
He can't date her. That's not happening.
Oh.
It has. At 46, you might, no.
50 is okay.
No.
No, I personally wouldn't go over 40.
I don't even go to
41
50,
because I'm
really.
31.
Okay.
And then
there
the
we go.
reason, so listen.
So now that just shrinks it back
Okay,
down.
but however, this is why.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
This is why. Okay.
That just brought her
So you have to
back down.
understand. You have to understand the dynamic. So I have five daughters, right? Ashley is only 14 years younger than me. I had her at 14, right before I turned 15. So our ages are, you know what I mean? They're close enough. That's close. I need to not have a situation where a man comes in. Most time when older men go for younger women is so they can mold her to be who he needs her to be, right? Okay, we know you are in general. This is what the whole, because there's nothing else. When
your second daughter.
we know this, and it causes what? Friction. I know exactly what I'm doing. That's why I don't even cross those boundaries. A lot of my whole hit-ons.
Why can't a man just want a young woman?
I agree.
You
with
can.
My
So we don't even. Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm very protective over my legacy, and within good reason, for good reason. We're dealing in a different time where, like you said, why can't an older man? First of all, what is it a younger woman could do unless you're gonna be playing daddy to her because you're more experienced. She's not experienced enough. Everything she learns, she's learning from you because you're being a father image. And most of the time, the women that do go for older men is because that's a void in their past. We had even a situation, because y'all it's gonna be a void on both sides. What else is it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's use the women for instance, right? What do you mean you won't date somebody at age?
You want younger.
Why? You got some issues with aging gracefully or something?
No, I just want a
You know what I mean?
little bit of youth.
Okay,
And
so
woman.
you should choose.
A little younger.
So you should choose a woman that
I
has.
understand what
Listen.
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
So what are you giving her
I
though?
do not date nobody 46 or 47.
Right.
It's just that I prefer not to. Now, if he's like 40, 41,
That's
something like that.
you're
then
younger than
yes.
him. That's what
But
I'm saying. That's all I'm
younger
saying.
than him.
So
But
she's
I'm
getting
also-
cheated. He got the older man's getting what he wanted because he wants somebody with you.
And she getting what she
But he
wanted.
know,
She
because
said,
I want somebody
she said
to
she was
do.
so.
Let me
She
tell you.
said she was so. She said the
So
age
now,
limit.
so now you trying to flip it. So Ashley,
I can't flip
what
it.
was your situation that you had? That's
What do
gonna
you
sum
mean?
it up for me. Period.
What do you mean?
What was that situation we had
What do you mean?
with the guy?
Which guy?
You know which guy that you put out the car. You know what I'm talking about.
Jose Young?
I don't know his name.
He's
What
not
was the
even
situation?
gonna
Name-
What's the No, let's
So
say
basically, I had a
This is
friend that.
I got you.
Basically, I had a friend that was my
so.
age.
Listen to this. I'm gonna
Which
be
is,
like,
I don't feel like it goes with
it
the subject.
very well goes with the subject
Because
of why I have
this
boundaries.
is what he wanted sexually, not age difference. He told me he wanted to have sex with me and my mama.
Okay.
But that's not an age
That's not-
difference.
that's
That's a sexual
This is the
preference.
thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You have no.
Yeah, that was a fantasy. That wasn't.
The fantasy
that ain't
could
got nothing to
be.
do with
Yeah,
that.
but why would you? This is exactly why we do not cross those boundaries. I don't even date extremely younger men that are
He
closer
wasn't
to my
talking about
daughter's
dating. He
age.
was talking about
It doesn't
sex.
matter. We're not talking about dating. Of course, he told me he ain't gonna date me and date you. Or if we allowed him to, absolutely he would.
Yeah, but
However, when you too close in age, and I have boundaries too, so it's not just them cutting their boundaries short. When an older man comes and he get involved with a younger woman, especially when she's being raised and cultivated by a mother, that causes issues for the legacy. It happened even with our second oldest. Until then, older, I think Richard's older than me, right? Mm-hmm. And it took her going through this experience and getting the result that I told her she was gonna get for her to come out of it and be like later, you know what, mama, you was right. Yeah. You know what I mean? A young woman, the MAU today was asking me questions. She's 20. The guy that she's perplexed about, that she knows is sleeping with other women and kind of playing a dude's 39.
I'm not gonna be talking. If
There you go.
if I find that out,
39 years old
I'm
and
not
she's
gonna play no
20.
games.
You know what I mean? Like he's cultivating.
This is one situation.
He cultivating.
Different situation, man. I prefer a younger woman.
Older
And you
men
prefer-
older men prefer younger. Older women prefer younger.
That's how I go.
I don't.
You want
That's how I
older?
go.
I don't like. Yeah.
Okay, so you.
I mean, I'm not gonna date. We sold like I'm not gonna date a 30-year-old, 31-year-old, 32. They hit on me every freaking day. That's automatically an absolute no.
I just said younger.
I mean, even
Younger is
38.
what you
People talk
Even
to somebody
38.
that's 39, 40.
That's
I'm
younger.
45.
But that's younger.
39,
That's
40.
the
We're talking
word.
about that big gap. We're
I didn't
talking
say big
about.
gap. I
He
didn't
was
say
young.
Younger.
Okay, now y'all playing because a day older is younger. 24 hours ahead is younger. We're talking about me and you are a 14-year age gap. That man said he was what? 30 what? 46. She's 31. We're talking about an age gap like that. It's like, oh, well, that's it. We're not talking about, oh, you're just 5 years older, 5 years younger. We're talking about that significant age gap. She's just turning 31. He 46. Probably about to be 47. That's a large gap. Just like me being 45, I'm not going to 31, 32, 33. I'm not doing it. Now, there's plenty of men 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, on up to 50 that are very youthful.
They want younger, man.
I'm 45, I'm youthful as hell.
They want younger.
It's just how it's per individual. But we're not crying. I'm protecting my legacy. Now she comes.
Tell me and Al.
I keep telling her my husband is older than me.
He can be older than
telling
you.
her the person that I'm gonna get with is older than me. You had me at a young age. First of all, I don't even move like most 31-year-old women. I move like a 45-year-old woman. So as far as my mentality and the way I take care of my business. So no, I really do not attract I don't even attract dudes younger than me at all.
So that's a good point, hostess.
They are literally
Good point,
older than me.
hostess.
But I've been knowing this just because of what age she had me. I knew this from an early age, that I knew that older men was attracted to me. I know right now I don't have the person I'm supposed to be with because he's an older man.
How old?
It might be 50.
No, I believe he's under 45. I believe he's under 43.
One of them was 40 today. It was cool.
But he was my friend.
Maritality wise, it was
literally my friend.
So when you guys
So what is your suggestion? What do you got suggestion for Ashley?
I have none.
He agrees.
I agree with
Yeah,
her.
you should
So
be
why
with
don't
somebody
y'all
older.
Actually, I do
You should
agree
be with
you
somebody
what you
older for
said.
sure.
Now these
My
men that she's
mentality
talking
is
about
not-
are older.
But
So it's not age.
They
age
not
is just a
really-
number. It's
Right,
about
yeah.
like your experiences in life, what
Actually,
you've been
they
through in
like
life.
literally
I
my
agree with
age. None of them are over 31
Oh.
or 32.
So you ain't dating nobody older.
No, she dating people her age.
I'm not saying that I'm dating anybody older.
You
I
said
don't even
they was
date.
older.
I ain't, you know I don't even date.
No, but you said
So
they were older.
I'm saying older men are attracted to me. How many older men have you stopped from coming to me in the club? Oh, this is my kids. Then I said, stop telling people.
Your mama?
We can do that, but you be shutting shit down sometimes.
And y'all be doing the same thing.
Especially when they're younger, yes. You have a 31-year-old, a 29-year-old, and two 25-year-olds, and a 19-year-old. So, yes.
I'm
we
like, you
got-
a woman that he thinks I'm not.
16.
And a 16, right.
I wasn't talking like we're in the spot. It's not
Actually,
like
would you date outside your race?
Honestly, no. Will I date
You shouldn't
light skin,
close
dark
that.
skin, brown skin?
and she can close it. That's a bit like,
But
that's
no,
our preference.
I will not date outside of my race.
Now,
but
black
a
men
lot
are
of
amazing.
other races are attracted to
White
me.
men are very.
We've been live for an hour, 18 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just saying.
So the white men are what?
Huh?
She said something.
White men love
That's what I was about to say,
dark-skinned
no.
women.
No.
Okay, so what that mean?
Arabics.
What does that mean?
And Italian men.
I get it. What
They
that
be
mean?
on my-
No, I'm just
But
saying.
I'm good.
We're a commodity, and I ain't nobody's.
You think it's taboo to want to know what it is to be with a darker person?
Right.
Or-
That's all it is.
I know what it is to be with. I know we know what it is to be with.
dark skin.
Yeah.
It's cool on the big screen. It's cool for the work.
Is one?
Once they see it on a movie or something,
Dark
it's
zone.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good
An
on that.
article that I read the other day, a Jewish man said the same thing you always told us growing up. You got to stick with your own race.
And nothing's wrong with that. It diminishes your legacy. This is the thing. It's not even so much about race, bloodlines. Even people in religion
And
should
wealth.
definitely
And you
know,
say
understand
wealth
that.
has a
The
lot to do with it.
bloodline is all up and through everybody's spiritual books. It was imperative. And that's why he said, do not go and sleep with strange women. Meaning women of other cultures, because then you take on their ways, you take on their culture, then you forget your culture. Who's the lost culture out of everybody?
Blacks.
We are. We
That's
are.
exactly what the article said. He said everybody has to stick with their own culture. One, so we can make babies. Two, so we can grow wealth. Not
Absolutely.
just we're too materialistic. So that's why all the other cultures is coming in and taking over everything, because we didn't stick together enough as African Americans to grow and become wealthy. We would have more businesses and all of that stuff, and more marriages
And
all
more
that stuff.
options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby, I got options.
I don't know where she got that from, but she said it all week.
I was like, what's that song? I was singing the song. What, baby, I got options. I think it was Drake.
That's all she keeps
Somebody
saying.
said that
She
options.
got, baby, I got
So,
options.
okay, so now that we're talking about these options, we gotta get back on topic with the options. Are you
That
guys
option does
agreeing
not
with?
need- if you put that Cinderella in there,
It's really good. We killed that body, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I wasn't
y'all
asking
can
about
have
this
so
drink.
when we have the options, the options. You feel like options give you guys value, is what it sounds like, at least for you.
I never said that.
I mean, I'm just, you didn't say
I
it,
just said
you
we
didn't
have
say
more
it verbatim. However, you see, we the top 1-2%. We
But you gotta- you just have to embrace
outnumbered.
it.
I think the men outnumber, that's why they have more options for women.
That's
Especially in
value.
Atlanta.
That's the
Especially
value. That means you're
right
value.
here in Atlanta.
Really?
I don't see
I think
it.
it's like 10-1 actually.
Well, most of the men in Atlanta are like
I can
us.
say since I moved to Atlanta, I've
Facts.
seen more men
I hell a lot
Right.
of men.
than I
Like-
have if I was in
Kentucky, honey.
or
We in heaven, okay? Why you think all the girls will come visit? It's your birthday coming up. You know we coming. See, you take us to the cigar bar. It's my birthday. Can we go like to the spot? No. We want to go where the men are. So like,
So let's break down your options, right? Because you consider yourself a high value woman, correct?
Oh, yes, she
I'm at the
does.
top. I don't carry myself like that.
So let the women know that's listening what a high value woman is.
Okay, so my opinion for me, being a high value woman, one is going to be you understanding what your position as the woman is. So the value for me doesn't come from my occupation, my bank account, investments, probably any of those things. My value comes for understanding my position as a woman, as a black woman, where I stand on the totem pole against you all, against the men. That's what gives me my value. In my power, I understand my submission to my mate.
Yeah.
That's where my high value comes from. So I could make more than you, and at the end of the day, still
Submissive.
you gonna come home and dinner's gonna be cooked.
yeah.
Whatever you
Kids
need,
don't
what do you
sleep.
like, whatever you like. And then that's my motto, like it's always stuck with me because that, however, she didn't get chosen, but it wasn't based on that. The whole thing that you need to understand is that she was groomed to know exactly what the needs and wants was to get Hakeem, to keep Hakeem satisfied. There was Hakeem's personal decision to step outside of tradition. It wasn't that she wasn't pretty enough, she wasn't submissive enough, etc. It was just showing, actually it was incorporating a modern day woman, which actually started pulling us back 10, 20,000 feet. Because now you got this complacent woman, New York, out of all places. We know how everybody's aggressive in New York. Love y'all to death, but they are. And it was showing a different structure because it wanted us to get away from that catering to you. If I'm catering to you, you're happier when you wake up in the morning. If I'm catering to you, you wanting to come home at night and not stop by the bar and hang out with old boy and them till you get tired and come back. You, baby, I ain't hungry. I ate wings and had a couple beers. The game was on. So women have to understand, you have to always see past the smoke and mirrors. Do I have to be submissive? Absolutely. Why? Because that's what I was created to do. So when a woman comes and say, I don't have to, we had the issue at the little, at the little house party thing. I'll never submit to a man. Ain't no B, I know man gonna tell me to submit. Well,
Right.
guess what? That's
I
why
think that's my problem.
when I did, and it's the thing, I looked on both sides of my family. My dad's side now was very structured. Everybody, my uncles was military. Some of my girl cousins military. They all had wives. They all had homes, picket fences, kids, college, all that. And then the wives were very submissive. They were home. I got the same Aunt Vicky, Aunt Rhonda, ain't this same one from before I was born. Then I get on my mom them side. I have all these aunties, and ain't nobody really married. You know what I mean? But they were strong. Yes, they were strong. And it's another thing. Women try to use their sufficiency, their self-sufficiency as a value. That doesn't make you have value either. What it makes you is a responsible female that still has to stay in her feminine energy. If a man addresses himself to you, first of all, let his presence be known. Women are too aggressive towards men. Again, value has nothing to do with finances. It's all about how you think mentally and what are you able to give that he doesn't already have. It's going to be peace, be his peace and his freak. The two things are say.
Yeah.
If you don't give a man a problem, a heartache. I had Ashley them dad's deceased, been over 20 some years now. I met my late husband like 3 years after their dad got killed. I had 5 children. Let's be clear. Me and Charlie, we had 5. I had 5 children. And did never have a problem. I had options then. I had to pick amongst 3 dudes. And I picked Dag. I had 5 kids. It had nothing to do with the children. It was the structure. And okay, what type of woman are you? So the first thing a man's gonna look at, yeah, you know, and I disagree with Kevin on that. Like, women with children have no value. Women with children, you want a childless woman.
Wow.
Why? Then she doesn't understand how to be a caregiver to you. She doesn't understand how to nurture you. She doesn't understand how to stroke your ego. She don't understand. Maybe you fail, baby, let mama see it. This is automatic. This is mechanical. It's coming. So by the time I get to my man and my baby, you know, I'm not treating you like one of my children. What I'm treating you like as I'm here. I'm subservient to you. So when you take away a lot of these structures that make us the women that we're supposed to be, like nurturing, this is what we created to do, and being the helpmate and being peaceable, then you have the women we have today. You know what I mean? And these women, they feel like I'm a man, I can do it, I'll make my own money, and I'm gonna use men for financial gain, and I'm gonna use my juice box to get the financial gain, and all these things are completely incorrect. Chill out. Be a woman, be a lady. That's what we're dresses. Be a freaking lady. Let the man be the man. If you give a man what he wants in the proper way, he's going to do everything he needs to do to keep a smile on your face. I wasn't combative with my husband, and he would turn out on your dad. He would say all the time, like, okay, babe, it's your birthday. Where you want to go? Let's go to Cancun. You want to go to Cancun? It's Mother's Day. What would you like to do? I want to go home and give my mother and my aunties. Let's do that. What? Because I've earned that. I'm not sitting back waiting on you to show me that you're the man for me. I'm supposed to show you that I'm the woman you need to be. Guess what? It's a gamble sometimes, ladies. But if you understand where you are and you value yourself, you done did all your shadow side, your self-reflection. The man you choose should match you. If he's not matching you, we need to get back out of the dating sector and we need to work on ourselves and figure out what it is. The lesson has not been learned. Universe is not going to give you that unless it's something missing. It's like it's something missing. We just have to figure out what it is.
With that. Because you know we both go and do our spiritual thing and we both understand energy and everything. Sometimes it just don't work. Sometimes it just don't fit the profile. You could be work like you already know. I just sat back and figured myself out, filled up 99 journals, then got in touch with my inner child and everything. I don't feel like that solely this goes on who is coming to you. I feel like you just have to wait for that person to come because
wait.
Yes.
So the time is do.
I'm not saying like literally sit there and wait, but you just like if you was passing out, do you like me? Yes or no question.
Someone said, "Oh no, ma'am." Definitely disagree.
Definitely disagree with which point? Okay, let us know what you're disagreeing about. Definitely disagreeing about. So this is a thing that reminds you
yourself 99 times. If it ain't gonna work, it ain't gonna work.
I'm casual.
The first thing we missing is you have power in your words. Your words shall not return to you void. You have to speak life and faith. This is what faith is. I'm going to have a husband. You know why I knew Dak was my husband? Because one, there's action. You have to put action into motion.
Said that.
But but listen, you're counseling all of that out by the words speaking on your tongue. That's why this show is called The Two-Edged Sword. The power of the tongue. The mighty power of the tongue. You either gonna speak life and abundance over yourself, or you gonna speak life. You gonna speak death and insufficiency.
With the fact that it does not work like that all the time does not mean that I'm speaking that.
That's exactly what that is.
That means I understand that it don't work like it. Just even if you do work on yourself, I'm telling you because just like you know as a woman, you pick up and you get what you want. I know as a woman what's coming for me and what's not.
So you're saying nothing's coming for you.
I'm not saying that it's nothing good coming for me, but it's gonna take a little longer than others.
Cause you're speaking it. So what is your take on? What do y'all think? Tell me.
Go ahead.
You supposed to say that.
Right. I don't know what's going on. I understand where she coming from. I understand where you come from, but her point is valid. She's not saying that. She's not speaking her life into existence. She's just saying sometimes it still don't work. That's
the same. That's the same
No,
thing.
you just have to
Because
wait.
I'm not
Listen,
waking
you
up
don't
every day
wait.
saying, "Oh my God, I'm not gonna have a husband. I'm not
You
gonna."
just literally just said it just in a
I'm
louder way.
speaking in general. Just because
In your
I'm
mind.
speaking in general, I don't feel like the universe is gonna be like, "Oh, she's speaking in general, so let me throw this out at her." No, because you have the right to be able to speak what you feel.
You
So
definitely
the
will.
universe already knows that. Even if what the universe knows what you're speaking and what you're not speaking. How it goes off your vibration. So if I'm speaking it and saying it, waking up every day, oh, I'm not gonna find nobody today. I'm not gonna do. No, I'm literally manifesting a husband.
And
I'm
speaking
literally
the
sitting
opposite.
over here waiting on my husband
Why
because
you
I'm
waiting?
speaking.
You're not
on-
okay. Action. So faith without works is dead. Do you know what faith without works means? It means you have to take the steps. Here's the thing I did. Before I got married, I always knew I wanted to be married, right? Right? We ain't even talking about sleeping.
99 men.
So we go, wait a minute.
Agrees that you stated if a man doesn't match your energy, a woman needs to go back out and work on herself some more. Why can't it just be that particular man? And for you, it goes both ways.
Okay, this is exactly
that particular.
Wait a minute.
person
Listen, you heard it? Did you hear that?
Repeat.
Repeat it, Denaja.
That's Instagram.
Okay.
She said just speaking facts.
Did somebody said I'm speaking facts and the other she's speaking facts? What was so they can hear the question again?
If a man doesn't match her energy, a woman needs to back out and work on herself some more. Why can't it just be the particular man isn't for you? It goes both ways.
Okay, so when we go back to that scenario when he was asking what makes you a high value woman and explain it, what I said was there's women, it's a gamble. So let's be clear. I said yes, ladies. At times it's a gamble. Life is a gamble in general. You gambling with what your career gonna be. Is it gonna work? If you're an entrepreneur, if I start this business, is it gonna flourish? Is it gonna die? Life is a gamble. Every time you wake up, you're taking a risk with some part and element of your life. However, when you understand, this is the thing. Women function on emotion. Okay, so this is the difference in why I think differently. I think differently because I take time to figure out why we think a certain way and others think another way, right? I spend time doing physics, quantum, meta, etymology, scientific stuff, researching. I'm doing countless things. This is what I do in my spare time. So what I did is I had to understand I was one of those women that was thinking based off of my estrogen. Estrogen controls emotions. Men are more based on logic because of testosterone. So when you understand, your life will be more balanced and things will flow for you when you get balanced. When light doesn't eat up dark and dark doesn't supersede light. One can't overpower the other. So when we stop thinking straight from what we've been taught and learned, and you step out and understand how this world and how this thing is twined together, you start seeing things differently. That's why the 1% is the 1% and they successful and they understand life. It's more than just, oh, I met this guy and well, maybe he's just the wrong guy. Accountability is key. I've met the wrong men at times too. However, I met these men because that's where I was in my life. I've even went as far as when I became widowed, and I've said this before on the show, I went on some dates when I was not really at my best self, my highest self at all, because I'm carrying around this pain because I done lost my husband, right? The guys I attracted and the guys I was going on dates with are not guys that could eat, like they wouldn't even nail in my higher self and where I'm at, where I didn't work on what's going on with me so I don't damage a man when I do get in. These men are like night and day. So it's not so much as maybe he's just the wrong man. Why is he the wrong man? You the one that chose him. So you gotta take accountability. You chose him. Now it don't sound good. Y'all don't like it, but the truth is, you chose him.
Who said that we're not taking accountability for the person that we chose? That's
you can't be because you're asking
when
me.
you start seeing that person does not equal up to what you're looking for, what do? You let them go. You stop talking to them. That's your accountability right there.
What? Okay, so why do red flags exist?
So you can see what the person is not supposed to be doing. If it doesn't equal up to what you're doing, that's a red flag.
When you so we driving down the street. So this is again, and I know sometimes, and this is what I do. Sometimes with women, I'll be the bad guy. However, I'm not gonna change.
That's all it is.
Change the fact. The fact is, you got when we get into situations, the situation that comes for us, and then people don't understand it's because they don't understand. They don't study things that govern us. Everybody is cool to say, oh, match my energy. Let's see if we vibe, this, that, and the third. When they don't really understand the foundation of the words they're speaking. So you can't turn around and say, and we're speaking not just in general, some things because I'm teaching them to y'all. However, the young lady behind the screen is asking, why can it just be he was the wrong person? Why can't it be you was the wrong person? Why can't it be that y'all both are vibrating on the same frequency, but it's toxic and this is something that was not supposed to work? But again, until you understand the words that everybody's speaking, let's see if you match my energy, etc., you're not going to understand how energy works. You want somebody, the law of detachment. It's laws that govern this universe. It's not emotion at all. It's science and logic. And then you come in and women just base everything off of emotion. You got to this is why I say taking accountability, because they need to take accountability and you take
emotion. I move off of character. Now, will I get upset? Will I get mad? Will I analyze the situation and think it through? Yes. But every option is not a toxic option. Some of them
I didn't say that either.
I know, I'm just saying, like in general. Every option that you come to ain't a bad option or somebody you just don't want to be with or something. Or like we said, it just don't work out. Even the good options, they only last for so long. So what I'm saying is, you have the good side and you might have the good side of the dating life, and we have the crazy side of the dating life.
Crazy.
That's just the way it is. Yes, we are big on energy and speaking into the universe and all that stuff. But we cannot skip the fact that sometimes shit is just the way it is supposed to be. No matter if we praying on it or not. It just flows like that. Why? And the crazy thing is, some of us who are single, we supposed to still be single.
100.
And it's okay to be single.
It's okay to be single. It doesn't matter if you have options or not.
Okay.
Some people are just equipped to be single. It doesn't matter
so
if
you're
you have
saying
options or
okay,
not.
so I hear all that. Now, and everybody's agreeing, yes, it's okay to be single. However, y'all would be on two separately different damn planets with all men together and all women together. This is because of your experience. You think that for time, when you working on yourself or when you got to handle your business or you got to build a foundation, yes, there's times that one just need to be in their own oneness. You know what I mean? I'm in my oneness. I've been in there. You, all of us have been single for the time. But to think that everybody, or there's some people that just, you know what, I'm just supposed to be single. You're not a fucking monk. No, you're not. We're here for a purpose. It is detailed what our purpose is. Now, your experience may be not the best when it comes to relationships, but we don't just supposed to be single. You got a whole married woman, 25 years old, 25-year marriage, agreeing that you should be single. She's been married 25 years. She don't know what that feels like. It was 25 years ago. You got somebody that's married. I've been in a marriage and I've been single for 2.5 years, and I'm gonna say, yeah, this ain't normal. You're unbalanced. Okay, you go ahead and say, because I think y'all brain work. Y'all say. Answer. Did I answer her question? I know she.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for that question.
Any comments?
And
is Rondell still online?
No,
Shout out.
He's not on. He's
Rondell left.
You got to scroll,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See what Rondell. Shout out Rondell. See what he got to say.
Let me see. Rondell. The last thing we said was positive talk, self-talk.
Positive
So-
self-talk. Okay, that's good.
Positive self-talk.
Absolutely.
So we broke down high value women. All right.
He said
So
he's here, he hears it.
okay. Shout out. So
Tell her thank you for her question.
let us know what you feel like is a high value man in your eyes and in your eyes. You go first.
Let Ashley go
Oh,
first.
Ashley go
She
first.
the-
What is a high
I've
value
been asked
man
that question
in your
before.
eyes?
I would say somebody who is pretty much like a go-getter, they pretty much like protective, secure, know what he wants, know what he wants to go after in a woman, know what type of family he wants, what type of foundation he wants. What else? Pretty much like somebody who just wants to grow, like, and be a man, and be that man, and have that family.
Mm.
So, can't really say too much because I haven't been asked that question before, so I'm just kind of...
Have you ever been with a high value man that you
Honestly,
described? No. Okay.
No, I have had a lot of high value men attracted and want to talk, but that's about it.
Okay.
Like really. I was gonna say I don't know, but they was like I would say they was high value because they had platforms, they had books, they had songs, stuff like that. Like not just going to an everyday job, which is fine. But I done had people that been HVAC workers and stuff. So I would consider that as a high value person because you have a job, you're doing something, you're going to work, you're putting food on the table, you're not just letting the fish run dry. So, you know, it's a little bit of everything for me, depending on how you come at me as well.
Okay. Very good. Next.
Good, Ashley. That was super, super good.
Thank you.
For me, a high value man is gonna start with understanding where he is as a man. So he has to see value in himself in order for me to see value in him. And a lot of times women, our women, see the potential in a man. You know, well, he has potential, which we do see that, and there is nothing wrong with that. However, a high value man is already gonna understand his value, his worth, his potential, just as well as a high value woman is gonna understand her wealth, her work, her potential, and what she brings to the table, right? My idea of a high value man is gonna understand who he is, because only with him understanding who he is and his purpose can he cultivate and lead me and cultivate me. Because even I'm gonna come with some substance, I'm gonna come with the things I need to help be supportive. However, when he plants that seed, i.e. me, he's now taking over, cultivating me, nourishing me, growing, giving me sunlight, giving me water when I need to, so I can grow and be what he needs. It's kind of like the Jack and the Beanstalk scenario. The taller the beanstalk got, the stronger the heavy, then he was able to help him get to what the goal was. I know I need to get up to the sky, right? Only a high value man is going to understand what type of woman should be in that place. So the biggest thing is him understanding who he is within himself. Yes, the money is great, you know, him having stability. Those are things that, fortunately, we have to have these things to keep the lights on, to keep a roof over your head, etc. But I would trade all that. If we have to start over the projects, and I said a lot, I would give up everything to have that right there. That man that understands that together we're moving. Like I'm a force by myself. You know, I'm moving by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Him understanding this is my mate. This is my purpose. This is what's going to make him get up every day and be happy and smiling to kiss you at night and in the middle of the morning, baby, I'm going to work. And that's going to be the value that has me saying, baby, I'm going to make your meal today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We're going to want to do these things for each other, which solidifies and grows the legacy. So it's not so much money, it's knowing who you are. A lot of people don't know who they are within themselves, which causes a lot of turmoil. So, you know, there's people that say they high value men and they really not. They just sound good. Or I'm a high value woman and she's not. It sounds good. Know thyself. That's what gives you value. When you know yourself and you absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I know the worth and I know what I bring to the table to the correct man. Because I know myself. So a high value man is going to know himself. And with him knowing himself, he understands what foundations he has to set for that structure. It's all about the legacy, the family, the growth. It's not about, I'm a high value man because I can get 4, 5 chicks. So that's no substance in that. That's what a high value man means.
Very good. Thank you for that. 6. What's your definition of a high value man?
A man that knows what direction he wants to lead his life in. A man that's connected to God. A man that's ready to protect and provide for whatever woman he chooses, or if he chooses to be single, that he can protect and provide for himself. And that's as simple as that, man.
Very good. So I'm going to just dumb it down because we might have some young listeners.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dumb it all the way down. So to make it very simple and easy, high value man is a man that has confidence in himself, feels good, looks good. Got a steady job, making money, content with the money that he's making, dresses well, has a nice car, his own crib, taking care of business. Just keep it simple, basics.
Yeah.
If you got all those things, you got confidence, you're doing your thing, taking care of your business, you're a high value man.
Right. What's up? Go. Any comments coming up? She can come back and say she chopping my head out.
She said question for the men. Do they consider themselves a high value man? And guess why?
Just for the reason that he just listed.
So that's
All the reasons he just said.
Keep it simple.
Any more questions?
So, Lydia, you watching? Being that you guys know that y'all high value men.
They are. Just look at them.
I mean, what you say? What you say?
She said he sounds materialistic.
Oh.
I was just trying to dumb it down,
Which one?
but everyone else said all the stuff that wasn't materialistic.
I don't think that's material.
So
That was
That's
thank you, because y'all covered everything else.
I think that's basic.
Y'all didn't cover nothing materialistic.
She
A
can't.
car loses value as soon as it leaves the
Oh,
lot.
here we go.
What about me?
Okay, so let me
We didn't say
clarify
how
that.
much value it lost.
I love that you dialoguing and actually I need to know shit because I need to bring her on the show.
Loranda.
Who?
Loranda.
You can what?
What's the
LaRonda?
last name?
Oh, from Kentucky.
That's her username. I don't know that.
I don't know if that's LaRonda from Kentucky. It's a play. Well, here you go. Yeah, good. So, okay, LaRonda, let's use the car analogy. I'm gonna help the men out.
By the time we get
So yes, a car loses its value as soon we're using the high value man's analogies of cars, LaRonda. A car does lose its value as soon as it leaves the lot. You're absolutely correct. However, what we need to understand is what make, model, and year that car is when it loses value at different rates. For instance, I drive Infiniti. You know why? Because it doesn't depreciate in value like a Mazda, a Ford, a Malibu, a Chevy, or those things. People drive Benzes. There are certain cars that don't lose value like that. So a high value man, they would be Lexuses, Infinitis, Jaguars, and BMWs, Teslas.
Because they self-efficient to drive themselves.
So, huh?
She agrees. She said true.
I like her and
I
Camilla.
say these are human beings.
So he said, "What if you was trying to fit
They
yourself
was like cars.
Would you not drive one of these cars around the way? You gonna take one of them off the lot?" She's like,
Take whatever.
"Give me first pick, okay?" Look.
You
So
know,
when you
black folks
say,
love their car.
so I'm not really
My
big on
black
cars
sticker to
like
my
that. You know what I mean? Like where I have to spend most of my time when I'm out handling business and taking on all the things of the world. My home is my space.
Right.
That's why it's like it is. Not it has nothing to do really
I feel
the
like
way my
even if
house
a
is
car
has nothing to do with me.
If I can still
for
get
the
$8
man.
off that car, it's high value.
What? What you say? Oh, okay.
I was talking about the car.
The car.
That's probably not.
Huh?
He said probably not.
For what?
What? Take one of them?
Don't you think?
What?
Like her men be looking good as they are.
Man, what she doing?
Or-
Okay, so
I know.
being that you're high value, right? You know that you're high value. But you know you high value. So does that sway you any type of way? Like I'm high value, so I know the ratio is 10 to 1 women. So I don't want to settle down. I don't have to settle down right now. I have. So what is your thoughts?
Exactly. It's no settling down. We expect the best because we give the best.
So would you set? Well, when I say not settle, but settle there, like would you be still open to options and doing all these things? Or are you at a stage you like, I want to be that high value woman for one woman. I don't have to be a high value man. Because to be honest, no matter how high our values are, mine are you all. Yes, we are. When we start spreading ourselves thin, we automatically lose our value. If we're in line, if I'm sleeping with 10 dudes, my value has just dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we, the money financially, the value may be there, but morally, and the drive what a man wants, because a man wants what he feel like no other man can have, and women want what they feel like no other woman have. If I'm on your side, you on my side, we walking like, you want this, right? Too bad, you see, yeah. But it's us the whole time. That's what keeps your value, and showing that strong structure, that empire structure collectively.
Well, somebody said what he said. He said, none of these defines you as a person.
Okay,
That's
so
what she
you want to define? So you guys, you got to understand. He wasn't defining.
That's
Right.
So
that's
what-
I was about to, sorry.
So what he was saying? No, you can go ahead. What was it? You can go.
No, I was just saying, just in general, like we wasn't
Yeah,
defining
I
each
was
other.
reading it with somebody.
Yeah,
saying.
we're responding back to them.
Oh, okay.
He's literally asking a question of how he thinks that he's a high value man.
Right.
That's
Based
simple.
on-
That's just
right.
it's what it is. Like you can't re-innovate that. You can't turn it around.
And
The question is what it was.
And he's basing it off of after he asked us three, and we've touched on the morals, the integrity, the loyalty, the all of these things that cultivate a high value man. What we didn't speak on is finances and
Materialistic
structure,
things.
structure, and all
do
those.
that every
Right.
show. This is literally the first show that we haven't said anything about materialistic or finance, which is cool because we've
It doesn't
had
matter.
that go
Right.
right. That does not matter. We've said that 99 times on this show.
Yeah, we have.
Right.
those-
It does
comes
not
up
matter,
every
but
time.
it comes up every single
Every
time
time.
we have a
I ain't
show.
worried about
I do not care
I know,
what type
right?
of money you got for
I
it.
don't even.
It's just about how you treat
I'm
me and
just
how
saying.
we build.
I'm just saying.
Facts.
Do you not think they should go on a date?
I think they should.
I think we
they
should
should
pay
go
for
on a
them to
date.
go on a date.
We compatible, huh?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We the relationship coaches.
We are.
So
They
yes,
should.
everybody agree these two should go on a date.
That's all it is.
We're paying for the date.
Yeah,
You and I are gonna go ahead and we're gonna pay for the date.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all cool? Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Remember what they said
Now,
they're paying for it,
we're
right?
paying for it.
I'll sign off on that.
We got y'all.
Heck,
I'm a chaperone.
Right. So,
It's already for y'all to just
Listen.
listen to Zelle out of cash out.
no, we're gonna get y'all tell us.
I
Y'all
gotta
gonna
be there.
speak.
I have to film it.
I got
Right,
to.
we
Oh
gotta
yeah,
film it.
we gotta film
We
it.
gotta film it. So, what we're gonna do, and that's what I was gonna say.
Our privacy.
We're gonna come back in like 2 shows. Actually, no, hold on. We got the dating event that we're all gonna be at, because of course I'm gonna let y'all know when we get out.
We have
So it's a dating event on the 25th.
Okay.
Birthday's the 27th. Today, what's today? The 8th?
9th, is it 9th?
No,
No,
Ninth.
9th?
no, because tomorrow's the 10th.
So that's 2 weeks.
Thursday's the 11th.
Today's the 8th. Okay.
Today's the 8th, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
today's the 8th. So 2 weeks from today would be like
end of
the
the month?
25th. Yeah.
I'm gonna be out of town.
When you
It's
Come, when you come back?
I'm gonna be out of
It's gonna be
town
out of town.
Oh,
I'm
coming
not-
back.
the next month.
Oh,
So that's March,
I'll
right?
be back in March. Yeah,
Okay, like
What
what day?
month?
I'll be back. I'll be back
The
like
first
the
week?
1st of March. Yeah. I'll be back
Okay,
the
because
1st
the 27th is on
We
Sunday.
gonna be busy.
That's because that's my birthday.
Okay.
That's my
So
son.
I'm just saying, you need just have FedEx or something send my gift to the house.
Got
Right
you.
now.
I got you.
In this,
We gotta have fun.
Next day
Whatever.
here.
Done.
Right. So what we'll do is we're gonna keep up. We're
Okay.
gonna follow this.
You
and see what happened in
back
3 weeks. So 3 weeks. Well, it actually 2.5 weeks because Tuesday you'll be back that first Tuesday of the month,
28 days in this month.
which is March.
I'll be back in March.
Doing my
Yeah, he'll be
son's
back.
12th birthday.
So the first Tuesday, we are gonna come back.
Okay.
And we're going to ask questions.
Everybody
We're going to
invite
see. Yeah, you can come. You know, usually we have an audience. We'll see.
Yeah, we
We'll
do.
see how this date works out. Everybody that's still on is watching that agree that these two should go on a date. Give us a wave, a heart, or something. But we now are putting them on a date. We're paying for it, and we're gonna see how this works. Cause I'm just saying, I was feeling the vibe. I've been feeling it. You.
This is
Right.
what they think.
Oh, somebody, this
What you say?
interesting.
It's gonna be hella interesting.
Everybody say yes.
Of course, y'all both listen.
Play hard.
It's a hard game. This is why. Listen, like said, I'm putting people together today. Now I've been wanting to say it for like an hour. I'm just saying. I can feel it.
One day.
Yeah, she see.
5 years ago, yeah.
I mean, hey, and if listen, this is a bit launch party action. We can put the first couple of. Is this the first couple I put it on the show? It would be, cause I just I'm good at this. You good at this, all right? And we paying for it, so we have faith in this.
Well, then y'all need to come up with a date because we are going out of town in the morning.
That's in the morning. When are you available? Everybody, when you available? Cause y'all gonna have two.
After Friday.
He's pretty flexible, so I need you to be flexible.
I was about to say not more flexible.
We got him for 2 days. She said not more flexible than her. What he said?
2 hearts.
2 hours. Yeah, we got okay.
3 hearts.
Okay.
Well, we got
They racking it up.
They racking it up. So
You next, sir. You don't clap it on.
now we didn't get all because now we have the options, right? So then we like I said, you just need one, right?
There's options right here.
What is it that you're looking for in a woman?
Well, that's I don't like to give that away because I found that when you tell too much of what you want, they try to.
They gonna we have
I just see for myself.
I was about to say, don't ask me that question because I'm
Right.
not going to tell you.
Right,
Y'all
I'm
better come
not
up
gonna
with
tell you.
something.
It's like a cheat code.
That's a cheat code.
Right.
Why would I get you to answer this test? I'm like, you want this? Well, let me do
You
it.
just didn't say that. Y'all just said y'all about to set us up on a date.
Y'all go
That's
indeed.
enough.
That's one of the questions y'all gonna ask. Okay,
that
so
means I will be trying to. Oh,
And
he
he's
likes this,
40.
so I got to do this.
So, no,
she likes that,
then you
so
would
I
be
got to
fake,
make sure I do
and then
this.
you would
No,
be
we
fake.
have to
I done
find
beat
that
myself
out
all
about
time.
that
it.
would be representatives. We're not doing
Right.
representatives.
Right,
And
we have to
representatives,
find that out about
representatives are temporary assistants, like they fill in. So the representative never stays anyway. And I guess again, it's the thinking, because I'm so transparent. Like I ain't gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be. What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Yeah, that's not happening. Because I'm gonna give you all of what I have to offer right now, so you can make the
I'm
decision.
going to eat.
So what meal? Where would y'all like to go?
We can figure that out.
I can't have.
We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I can't have seafood.
Oh, these two.
Yes.
Oh, there was those two.
I can't have
Oh, wow.
seafood. That's the only.
Whatever
downfall.
She's allergic to
pockets
seafood.
allow. So
Whatever pockets
they
allow.
take.
I didn't know.
I won't put them in the predicament.
You got deep pockets.
Pockets is deep. His pockets is deep. He has no children. No real responsibility. He has no children.
Oh, you have any?
No nothing.
Well, I have two.
No kids?
I'm talking about him. You have a son?
Oh.
How old is
I
it?
thought you said.
Yes!
I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old.
My grandson's gonna have a friend.
You got best friends.
They split.
Dre is a Libra, so
Dre gonna be fine. He just on the friend. He's very intelligent.
Wow.
you
Yeah.
cannot be saying that on the first before we even
What?
go on a date, ma'am.
Do what?
You cannot say that before we even
Say
go on a
what?
date.
Well, we'll figure out the schematics.
I speak things in existence. Speak things in
Decatur,
Where is greater?
That's right. Born and raised.
Where is greater? What's greater? It's all greater.
Is the her on down there?
Not just these now.
Totally got a little
Right. You just got
Hey,
Sweating it.
She like, it's getting hot in here.
I think I'm gonna keep my clothes on for now.
Okay, so listen. Again, it's like something positive comes out of each show.
Should keep doing it.
Absolutely. Network, like, we're gonna be, we popping. I like the
Almost
dynamics. I like the energy. Huh?
I said we almost there.
Oh yeah, we hit the network in spring.
Yeah, we do.
So we got some things going on. We'll talk more about it. So, I mean, like, again, this is all about us understanding one another, having our perception. Because sometimes we can talk to ourselves. Nothing's wrong with talking to yourself. Like Kevin Gates say, real geniuses talk to themselves all the time. I talk to myself. But however, you want another perspective, you want paradigm shifts, you get the opinions of other like-minded parties, and then it'll be something that we catch on to every time. And it's going to help cultivate the disconnect and bring us together. You know what I mean? And really bring us together. I'm not talking about bringing us together without bringing us together. Because one thing about it, you understand, the whole breakdown of our strength came from separation. So the same way they purposely separate us is the same way we have to purposely reconnect with one another. There's nothing like seeing a beautiful family structure. You know what I mean? Nothing like it. Most men are hit on that are married by women because it's attractive to know it's something that they ain't supposed to have or shouldn't have. Most women that are married are attractive because it's something that you're not available now. You shouldn't be available. And that's a structure that your children are going to follow, and then your children's children, and so on and so on. So it's not just about us. It's about everything after we're gone. And that's what I'm here for.
My mom and dad was married for 55 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you guys for following us and the questions, Q&As. Again, next Tuesday. We love y'all. Peace. What do we say at the end, Ashley? Black men are amazing. Black men are amazing. Black men are amazing.
Amen.
I can say black women are amazing.
That's not the end.
3 times. Nikola Tesla's code 369. It's code to the universe.
This tastes like
Man,
vanilla and Jack.
Yes, Steve. Y'all got your place?
This is smooth. He said these.
What? The grapes?
No, the.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I want to taste a little bit of the liquor.
Can I have it?
My back
Yeah,
is
we still
killing me.
got some rum left.
I just want a little.
Man, this right here is life. You did good tonight.
Is this sweet life?
I'm saying life
I
meaning
love sweet liquor.
it ain't think I mixed some mine. I put
Oh my God, my back, Jesus.
here, Lydia. Don't cut it off. You gotta save it. Make sure you taste it.
Is my phone dead?
Hey, what you was there when I ended it? That's all I know.
How it been on the charge
Oh my
about
God, this is
2
good.
hours?
Yes, and I'm
You drink it straight. Yeah, you need no
I
chaser.
see
like
this stuff
it.
is off.
Okay,
I think we never bought it again because it wasn't strong enough.
It's 40%
When it first came out, I bought to this house. We finished
of
it.
this.
We never drunk it again. That's Lil Wayne's. Yes, ma'am.
It's
But it tastes like
Italian,
vanilla E&J to me.
I like Italian boots on.
I can afford it.
They got that vanilla smooth.
I don't work.
This
time.
is good.
It is.
I just stay home.
It's
You
been
just
out
say
now
no
for
for
like
number.
3 years, so maybe
Yeah.
4.
My husband loves. I love it.
I'm
Okay,
talking
yeah.
about 4 years ago.
I like
Yeah.
this tea. How much is
I
this?
drank El Major. It was like you have to just save it and show. Yeah, it was like just $35 a bottle. And you know, I drink reposados, tequilas.
Ooh, that's what
The El Major, which is what this is good. But this, what I want to do is support, just like when we have artist songs. So if y'all have an artist that want to perform,
I don't know how you have my
Ashley,
phone.
I can give it to you.
Okay,
I don't know
where
if
order
your
this
phone
from?
gone because it was on the charger.
They have it at the package store up the street.
Are you
So
serious?
what happened was, I'm doing my sponsorships, and we have a black-owned distillery in Louisville.
Put a little bit here, please.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
well, if it's live and on at the same time, the battery's still so
No, ma'am. It's on the charger. It was on 45% before I gave
Oh,
it
look,
to
that's
you.
why I put it on the charger. It
Oh,
definitely
my
was there.
goodness.
It definitely was there.
you can take it as Facebook to Facebook, so I
I
can
know,
tag you and people.
I love it. Oh my
Oh,
God.
it was a lot, Lydia. You gonna be good?
Girl,
What you dropping off around the corner?
She took
I
mine.
live next door.
You have to be on top of
Next door.
Saran when he come in for
He
work.
gets my-
Baby,
Oh, he's on position now.
Look, don't be
You
He
know?
got the position. He got the position.
Yes, because you need to be in bed with your husband every night.
I know, right?
I don't play that third shift shit. Baby, you're going to need to put in a shift
They
change.
was on third shift.
Cool.
Because, Eric, you need to be, that's how them relationships work.
Our relationship always been good.
Yeah, but that's how them relationships get messed up.
Nothing left in
What you laughing over there about? You better share.
We laughing.
But this, you gotta try some of this.
Oh yeah,
Mine.
that's the
Okay,
truth.
I
That
have to
rum,
go put my
that rum is the truth.
Nothing.
put my Adidas outfit back on because baby,
Goodness.
That's the truth.
coming out
I'm
to play.
gonna take this thing home tonight. Why come on?
Oh, can you gentlemen do us a favor?
OMG.
Of course.
I love that. I love that color on you, Tanya. I really do.
Yeah, I do. I love it. Ages me.
What you need?
I love my blonde.
Bring the
I
couch.
just took blind out my hair.
Who moved the couch? Y'all packed the couch in there?
You need us to move
I didn't see a
something?
blonde nose over here. I
All right,
love
what-
blonde
what-
hair.
See, mama don't like it, but I do.
Cut that off and disconnect. Oh, the
I love
Facebook
blonde.
is still on. We
Make sure
talked
Still
to
on
it's
people.
not still on.
People see.
They ain't making it
No,
work.
just tell me. I saw you looking at
Behind the
your
scenes.
They said,
phone. I saw you just looking at your phone.
who was looking at my phone? I don't have my phone.
You have kids too?
No kids, never been married.
Wow.
Dating coach expert.
You just saying that my
Most of them, most dating coaches are single.
And you just said the age is my oldest daughter.